Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear students, welcome back. This is going to be, class number 4 in English language vocabulary. And today we are going to talk about prefixes. We have already discussed this, title in the previous classes, but today we are going to go deeper into the topic. Prefixes, as we have already stated, a prefix is a letter or groups of letters that are added to the beginning of a word to change its meaning into the opposite. This is just a simple definition of prefix or prefixes. Okay, today let's go to A with the meaning not. Prefixes on, in, il, and this are often used to give adjectives and some verbs, and nouns a negative meaning. In most cases, these prefixes are added to the beginning of these adjectives and nouns in order to give, a different meaning, or let me say, a negative meaning. Here are, common examples. We have happy, unhappy, possible, impossible, correct, incorrect. These are adjectives. Let's go to verbs. We have like, dislike, legal, illegal. Illegal means against the law, okay? Regular, irregular, which means a regular, an example, like irregular verbs. On, let's have a look here. On is used with many different words. Unfriendly, unable, unemployed, unemployed without a job. Untidy, not in order, in a mess. It means in a mess, okay? M is used before some words beginning with M or P, e.g. impolite, which means rude. Impatient, somebody who is impatient wants things to happen now. Okay, he doesn't have patience, so he is impatient. Okay? Ill is used before some words beginning with ill, like illegal. Cannot be read because, it's illegible, not illegal. It's illegible. Illegible means cannot be read because the writing is very bad. This is illegible. IR, is only used before some words beginning with R. For example, irresponsible. It's the opposite of responsible. This is used before some adjectives, e.g. dishonest, and a few verbs like dislike, disagree. In is used before a limited number of words, e.g., for example, invisible, cannot be seen, invisible. The invisible man, okay, can't be seen. Note, a prefix doesn't normally change word stress. Yes, like happy, unhappy. So we have happy, unhappy. It's the same stress. So the idea here is that a prefix does not usually or normally change the word stress. Happy, unhappy, possible, impossible, the same stress, okay? But the stress may change if you want to emphasize the negative or opposite. If we are trying to emphasize the opposite, okay, so like, take an example. Was he happy about the change? No, he was very unhappy. So if you would like to emphasize the opposite, here we change the stress, okay? Again, was he happy about the change? No, he was very unhappy about the change. So here I'm trying to emphasize, to put some stress, to pressure, the opposite, okay? So I think we are done here. Let's go to B. B, verb prefixes on and this. These prefixes have two meanings. They can have a negative meaning, as above, like happy, unhappy. This is a negative meaning. So it is a negative meaning, but they can also mean the opposite of an action. Here, the negative is totally different from the opposite. The negative is negative. So it is the opposite. Negative is different from the opposite. Like a negative meaning, happy, unhappy. Unhappy is negative. However, luck, close, shut, luck, unluck, like to open, to close and open. This is not a negative meaning. No, it gives the opposite. It gives the opposite. Take an example. I locked the door when I left, but I lost the key. So I couldn't unlock it. I couldn't unlock it when I got back. So locked, unlocked, open, close, open, close. So this is the opposite, which is different from the negative. Okay, I had to pack my suitcase. To pack, I mean to put things into or inside the bag, okay? So I had to pack my suitcase, put everything in it very quickly. So when I unpacked, I mean took these things out, okay, at the hotel, most of my clothes looked terrible. Okay, so we have pack, we have unpack, pack, unpack. Okay, so these are opposites, not negative meaning. Okay, the plane appeared in the sky, then suddenly disappeared behind a cloud. Appear, disappear. It doesn't give a negative meaning. No, it is just the opposite. In the morning, you get dressed. Okay, put on your clothes. When you go to bed, you get unaddressed. Dressed, unaddressed. Okay, dressed, unaddressed. It's just the opposite. Okay, so this is done. C, other verb prefixes with a specific meaning. Other verb prefixes with specific meaning. Re, it means to do something again and again. Re means again. My homework was terrible, so I had to redo it again. My homework was terrible, so I had to redo it. Redo means to do it again. The shop closed down but will reopen next month. Okay? Reopen, open, reopen. So the meaning here, the meaning of re means again. I failed my exam, but I can retake. Retake, to take it again, to take it another time. I can retake or redo, okay? Reset it next year. Over means too much, to overdo something, okay? Too much. I think my boss is overdoing it at the moment. I think my boss is overdoing it at the moment, working too hard. Overdo something, it means work too hard, okay? Also overwork. I went to bed very late and overslept. I overslept, okay? Sleep too long. This morning, of course. The shop assistant overcharged me. I mean, asked me for much money. If you are overcharged for something, it means you pay much money for it, okay? Miss means badly, misunderstand, okay? And this is stuff. I'm afraid I misunderstood what she said, okay? Miss means badly or incorrectly. I am afraid I misunderstood what he said. Two of the students misread the first question. Misread, misunderstand. I mean, we have many more examples actually. Let's do some of the exercises here. Let's do some of the exercises, okay? Let's do exercise number 1, 7.1. Which prefix forms the opposite? Which prefix forms the opposite of these words? The bottom line are all verbs. The rest are adjectives. Okay, happy, unhappy, correct, incorrect, legible, illegible. Okay, pack, unpack, patient, impatient, regular, irregular, friendly, unfriendly, look, unlock, lock, unlock, polite, impolite, visible, invisible, employed, unemployed, agree, disagree, legal, illegal, possible, impossible, honest, dishonest, like, dislike, and this stuff, okay? And the like. Agree with these statements using words from the left-hand page which have the same meaning as the underlined words. Example, he doesn't have a job. He is unemployed, okay? It's against the law. It is illegal. It is illegal. His room is always in a mess. It is in, this is number 2. It is in, or it is very untidy. Okay, 3. He took off his clothes. Okay? It means he got undressed. He got undressed. 4. This handwriting is impossible to read. Yes, I know. It is illegible. It is illegible. Okay? 5. She can never wait for 5 minutes. Can she? No. She is very impatient. She is very impatient. I thought it was rude. Didn't you? Yes, it was very impolite. It was very impolite. Okay? Let's do the other examples, complete the verbs in these sentences. Okay, I'm sorry, her message completely. Misunderstood, for example. I misunderstood, yes. As soon as we got to the hotel, then went out for a walk. We unpacked, okay? As soon as we got to the hotel. 3, she was here a minute ago, but then she disappeared. I'm afraid I don't know where she is now. Okay? We normally have similar opinions, but I disagree with him totally on the subject of drugs. My homework was so bad that I will have to redo it. Apparently, her alarm clock didn't ring and she overslept. She finally managed to unlock the door. Yes, and we were able to go inside. This is number 8, I disliked the film, but the others enjoyed it. I don't think I'll pass the exam, but I can always retake, it depends, okay? Yes, the same, redo or retake, reset it in September. The post office shuts for lunch, but it should reopen at 2 p.m. This is 11, she's overworking at the moment. She really needs a holiday and a complete break from her job. And the last one, my sister wrapped up my present so well that it took me about 5 minutes to unwrap it. Okay? So we are done with Unit 7. So let's move to Unit A. It talks about prefixes also. It is noun prefixes. Okay? It is noun prefixes. As we have already said, noun suffixes. A suffix is different from a prefix. A prefix are a letter or groups of letters that are added to the beginning of a word to change its meaning to the opposite. However, a suffix is a letter or groups of letters that are added to the end of the word to make another word. Okay? They are added to the end of the word to make another word, such as sad, sadness, happy, happiness, and this stuff. Okay? A, verb plus suffix. Many nouns are formed in this way. We have a verb, okay? Verb plus suffix. A verb, improve, get better, okay? Manage, improve, get better. The suffix is meant. We have improvement. So we add a suffix which comes at the end of the word to the end of which is, fixed to the end of the word. Improve, improvement. Manage, shop or business. Manage, management. Elect, choose somebody to vote or by voting. Elect, to elect somebody, to choose somebody by voting. Elect, election. Discuss, discussion. Okay, to talk about something with another person. Inform, to tell somebody something. Information. Organize, organization. Jog, to run. Okay, running to keep fit or for pleasure. This is jogging. We say jogging. Spell a word, spelling. Okay, so note sometimes there is a spelling change. The most common is the omission of the final E. Yes, this is very common actually. If we would like to add a suffix to a verb, okay, we add the final E. We have many more examples. Before the suffix ion or ation, translation. Yes, translate. You see, translate. We have E. This is the E, which comes at the end of the verb. However, when we would like to add another suffix or a suffix, we omit this E. So it becomes translation. Organize, we have E here. In the noun, when it becomes a noun, organization, it is omitted, okay? B, adjective plus suffix. So we are done with verb, suffix. Now we move to adjective suffix. Nouns are also formed by adding a suffix to an adjective. Nouns are also formed by adding a suffix to an adjective, okay? Not verb, suffix, no. In this case, we have adjective suffix to form nouns. Two suffixes often are added to adjectives to form nouns, okay? Like ness and ity or ity, okay? Adjective, so these two, suffixes are ness and ity, right? Adjective, weak, which means strong, happy, dark, stupid, punctual, similar, and this is stuff, okay? So here we have suffixes like weak, weakness, happy, happiness, dark, darkness, stupid, stupidity, punctual, punctuality, similar, similarity, okay? So the idea here is that we have two suffixes, in particular ness and ity, which are always added to the end of adjectives to form nouns. Let's go to pronunciation. The addition of these suffixes may change the pronunciation. Yes, we have already stated and said that sometimes if we add suffixes to words, the pronunciation becomes different. Nouns ending in ion or ity have the main stress on the syllable before. So the pronunciation may be different from the verb or adjective, okay? Verb. So the idea here is that the pronunciation is different. When it is a verb, it has a specific pronunciation that is different from its pronunciation, which is a noun. Like educate, education, translate, translation. So educate, it's D, educate, education, cation. So here the stress is, the stress is on the first syllable here. Education, it is on the second. Translate, translate, translation, discuss, discussion, okay? Adjective noun, similar, similarity. Again, similar, similarity. Stupid, stupidity. Punctual, punctuality. You see? The stress is underlined here. Similar, similarity. Stupid, stupidity. Punctual, punctuality. Okay? Okay, let's move to D. D, we have or, and is. These are added actually to nouns in order to describe people and their jobs. Er, or, and ist. These are common noun suffixes added to existing nouns or verbs, and they describe people and their jobs, okay? And we have to be very careful here. Like we have or, and ist. We have dancer, singer, murderer, farmer, again with the er, driver, manager, footballer, employer. But with or, we have actor, director, translator, operator, okay? With the ist, we have artist, economist, psychologist, journalist, and this stuff. So we have to be very careful actually when, dealing with these, suffixes, because sometimes we, use them wrongly. Note here, notice the common spelling change. Translate, translator, operate, operator, economy, economist, psychology, psychologist. So we are done. Let's move to the exercises. Okay, complete 8.1, complete the tables and mark the stress on each word. The last two, the last two in each column are not on the opposite page, but do you know or can you guess the noun formed from them? Let's have a look. Verb, noun, educate, education, improve, improvement, jog, jogging, govern, government, spell, spelling, hesitate, hesitation, arrange, arrangement. Adjective noun, stupid, stupidity, dark, darkness, weak, weakness, similar, similarity, punctual, punctuality, sad, sadness, popular, popularity. Okay? Let's move to 8.3. Write down the name of the person who does these things. We have an example here, already done. Farm, farmer. Act, actor, with the OR. Employ, employer. Employ, employer, ER. Football, footballer. Football, footballer. Okay? Sing, singer. Murder, murderer. Psychology, psychologist. You see? Economics, economics, yes. Economics, economist. Translate, translator. Manage, manager. We have come close to the end of this session. This is the last one, actually, and we are going to be done with our class of today. 8.4, look at the two examples and then complete the rest of the definitions. Okay? Example. An actor is a person who acts in films, plays, and on TV. Yes. Acts in films, plays, and he is always on TV. A murderer is a person who murders people, kills someone. A journalist is a person who, what? Who writes reports. A ballet dancer is a person who, this is ballet, by the way. It is not palette, okay? A ballet dancer is a person who dances in ballets. A film director is a person who what? Number 3, directs films. A bank manager is a person who runs banks. Or you can say a bank manager is a person who manages banks, yes. 5, an employer is a person who employs people. A pop singer is a person who sings pop songs. A translator is a person who translates things, or books, papers, articles, and this stuff. A lorry driver is a person who drives lorries. A photographer is a person who takes pictures. An artist is a person who paints, you can say, who draws and paints pictures for people and the landscape. Thank you very much. And this is the end of our class of today. Thank you.